Good morning, everybody. My name is Gabby. I am here with Ollie. This is his third week here with us at Best Call Forward dog training. And what we are working on with him today is a little bit of Leave It. Now, when we started with Leave It, we started with food in our hand. What we're doing now today is a little bit different. So, we have a pile of food right over there. You can see it on the camera. It's a little bit hard, but it is right over there. So what we're doing is we are now working with him on leash, on Leave It, okay, with piles of food. Now what this is going to eventually help with, okay, is if you either A, have him out on a walk and there's something that he is trying to grab while you are out on that walk and you want to ask him to leave it. And eventually, what we're going to do is I have a table out here. We're going to show you a little bit of how we are working on some counter surfing in the beginning. Because, you okay? Because Ollie is a little bit of a counter surfer. He likes to jump up and steal things off the table. So we want to make sure that he is not going to do that. So right now he's looking at that food. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for that Leave It. Yes, good job. So in the beginning, what you might need to do is use a little bit of leash pressure. Now when I say leash pressure, I just mean putting a little bit of pressure on that leash to get him to turn back to you and give you that attention. What I don't mean is yanking that leash or pulling that leash or dragging him away, anything like that. Just very slight leash pressure to get him refocused. So I'm going to move towards that food again. Let's go. Leave it. Yes, good boy. So that was very nice. Took him a second or two. Used a little bit of leash pressure and he was able to come back and look at me. Now when you're starting out with Leave It with piles, what really helps is actually having you in between him and that pile of food. Makes it a little bit easier. Let's go. Leave it. Yes, good boy. Very nice. So he is relieving that pressure on his own. He's coming back to me. He's checking in. That's exactly what I want to see. The more we do this, the quicker he'll get with it. Let's go. Come on. Leave it. Yes, good boy. Very nice. Very good boy. Now when to say Leave It? As soon as you notice that he notices that food, I want you to use that Leave It command. Let's go. Leave it. Yes, good boy. Very nice. So that was great. He didn't need any pressure there that time. He actually just came back to me. That's exactly what I want to see. Leave it. Yes. Very nice. Very good job. Now, when you're working on this at home, you want to make sure that you practice the way we did Leave It last time first, and then work up to this point because this is a little bit harder. Sit. So start out with that food in your hand, working Leave It, making sure that he is getting a solid understanding of the word before you actually start to use it with piles of food and for counter surfing purposes. Okay, let's go. Leave it. Yes, good boy. Very nice. Good job. Good. Good boy. So this is how to start that out with piles on the ground. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put this pile onto the table because we also want to work with him a little bit of counter surfing. Good boy. Here. Sit. So starting off when you do this, you want to work with a higher table and then you can start to move it down a little bit, make it a little bit more challenging as he gets better with it. Let's go. Good boy. He hasn't really noticed it, so just going to make sure, Leave it. So in the beginning with this, yes, good job. I'm gonna need to do the same thing. I'm gonna need to have that harness on, that leash on, and use a little bit of pressure on that leash to get his focus back on me. Let's go. Leave it. Yes, good boy. So you can see that time I didn't need that pressure, so that's great. Good, good boy. Let's go. Good, so that time he walked by it, he knows it's still there, and he didn't try to go after it, leave it. Yes, good boy. Perfect, so that was great. He looked over at that food, I asked for that, leave it. He looked right back at me and continued walking. So this is exactly how we want to practice this at home. And eventually, what the goal is we'll be able to have him off leash and get to the point where we're able to ask him to leave it with the leash dropped or the leash off completely. But this is how you want to work it at first, because again, with everything that we do, we want to make sure our dog is successful, okay? The more success they get, the quicker they're going to catch on to what we're asking them. So we want to make sure we're really gradually increasing that level of difficulty and making sure we're setting our dog up for success. But he's doing a great job. You guys have any questions on this, let us know in the comments below, and we will see you on his next video tomorrow. Good boy, Ollie.